I've been scrolling through YouTube a lot lately, and I saw a Guess the Video Game music quiz, and it gave me an idea. I thought, why not just make a quiz but for Roblox pressure? The rules are simple. I've created 30 questions for this pressure quiz. 10 easy difficulty questions, 10 medium questions, and 10 hard questions. The easy questions will be worth 1 point each, medium worth 2, hard worth 3, with some bonus points sprinkled in to the mix. After I ask each question, you will have 5 seconds to answer, but obviously feel free to pause the video and think about the question longer if you need to. Then the answer will pop up on screen and I will give some background and some lore to the answer. Feel free to leave your scores below and correct me if I made any mistakes. Enough yapping, let's go baby! First question. What is this item called? This one, pretty straightforward. It's a code breacher, not a lockpick. Now you know the name of the item, but do you know the name of the entity shown on the code breacher? This is the first question where you can earn bonus points. Although nowadays this entity is known as Harbinger, it used to be called Death Angel before the 4.5 update. If you said Death Angel, you get a bonus point. And you get another bonus point if you also said Mr. Kill, which is what Death Angel was called for a short amount of time when the game was in beta. If you said all 3 of these, you get 3 bonus points. Congratulations. Question number 3. Without buying items from the pre-run shop, is it possible to obtain items in the submarine room, aka door 101? It turns out that yes, you can. This is actually how many people have gotten item percent world records. Just like this footage here, I get toy remote world record. Question number 4. How much data does it cost to buy a sprint in Sebastian's shop? It costs 100 data, which is kind of insane when you think about how good the item is.
Naturally.
Question number 5. Which entity drops the item shown here? This item is called a Dweller Chunk, and it is dropped from the entity called the Wall Dweller. Also, fun fact, did you know you could obtain a Dweller Chunk by using the notebook? Pretty cool. Question number 6. When using a sprint, can it kill you? Every time you use a sprint, they take away 2 HP. But once you get down to 1 HP, you cannot die. So the answer is no. Question number 7. Currently, how many grand encounters are in the game? As of November 2025, there are 3 grand encounters. 1 being Firewall, 1 being Abomination, and the other being Searchlights. Hopefully, we get some more in the near future, as some are already planned. Next question. What makes Frogger different from the other angler variants? The answer is that Frogger rebounds. Also, did you know that Frogger is actually a female? Just like Pinky, because it has a bulb above its head. Question number 9. Who created the game that we so much love today? The creator of the greatest Roblox game to ever exist goes by Your Friend Zeal or Zeal. And finally, the last easy question. Shown here is an amount of data. What is that amount? This is worth 15 data. All right, now we've got the medium questions. These ones are going to be a little bit harder. So remember, every correct answer you give will give you 2 points instead of 1. Question number 11. When you buy the Ice's Brew from the gambling room, how much extra health do you receive? The answer? You receive 25 extra HP. Question number 12. When was pressure released to the public? You can get a bonus point here. The beta release of Pressure was February 7th, 2024. But the official release, and this is the answer I'm looking for, was July 7th, 2024. But if you said the beta release, you get a bonus point. Question number 13. What amount of health does the medkit heal when used? The medkit heals 75 HP when used, although sometimes, for some reason that I cannot explain, it can heal 76.
Wait a minute!
Next, there are 2 different kinds of party specials in the game, one in the Hadal Black Site and one in the Raveyard. The question is, what are the differences in cost between the 2? In the skeleton room, it costs 1,000 data in the black site, and in the Raveyard, it costs 1,250 trash. But there's a chance for a bonus point here. In the gambling room, it is possible to receive a party special only for 35 data. So if you said that, you get a bonus point. Question number 15. What entity is this? The name of this entity is Rebarb, and it's from The Hunted. Question number 16. Where can you find the room shown here? This room is found inside of the lobby in the Nost warehouse. Question number 17. A little bit of a weird question, but how many items in-game can you stab yourself with? The answer is 3. We have the Sprint, we have the Perithecine, and we have Nelloprophene. Also, no, the Redeemer knife does not count because you do not stab yourself with it. The Redeemer stabs you. Question number 18. When I say the letters PSS, what does that mean? When I say something is a PSS, that means it is a Pandemonium safe spot. This means that you can hide from Pandemonium without playing minigames. Question number 19. How do you receive the badge shown here? The answer, receive this badge by getting to the end of the ridge without hiding in any lockers. If you are a true fan of my channel, you will know this. And finally, question 20. How many doors are in the ridge in the Hadal Black Site? The ridge consists of 13 rooms. And now it's time for the hard questions. These ones are super difficult, so if you get them right, you'll get 3 points. Question 21. What is the total amount of kroner plus data it takes to buy the following? 2 sprints in the submarine, a medkit in the sub, a pyrithicine in the sub, a medkit in Sebastian's shop, and a blacklight in Sebastian's shop. Just for total clarity, I'm looking for the total that it costs when you add up all of these costs together. Let's count it all together. Every sprint in the sub costs 25 kroner, so 2 sprints cost 50. A medkit in the sub costs 50 kroner, and a pyrithicine costs 100 kroner, so that's 200 kroner. Next, if we go into Sebastian's shop, we'll see a medkit that costs 200 data, and the blacklight costs 400 data, which means 600 research plus 200 kroner is 800. I will also accept the answer of 779 because if you join the Urban Shade Roblox group, you get a discount on all the items in the sub. So you would actually pay 179 kroner instead of 200. Question number 22. What is this badge called? Honestly, this one is going to be easy for a lot of people, but this badge is called This Badge Sucks, and you receive it when you are playing with 8 or more people and you get to the end of the game without anyone dying. Question 23. How much data is this worth? This crate is worth 100 data and can only be found in the side rooms that require a code breacher to unlock. If you get this next one, I will be super surprised. But how many submarines are in the pressure lobby? The answer, and if you don't believe me, go and check 5 times like I did myself, is 37. Question 25. What are all the different types of environmental hazards that you can find in pressure? In total, there are 7 different environmental hazards. Let's count them. We have fans, fire, electricity, pits, steam, lava, and toxic gas. I'd be very surprised if you got toxic gas, but if you die to toxic gas in the mantle or lava labs area, then this environmental hazards dock pops up. Question 26. Name 8 out of the 9 possible items that you can use to gain back health when you use them. And if you name all 9, you get a bonus point. Let's count them together. We have the medkit that heals 75 HP, the pyrithicine, which heals you to full HP, the niloprophene, which heals you 25 HP, and can only be found inside of the hunted, the party special, which heals you 1 HP every 8 seconds, a wall dweller chunk, which also does the same thing, the Ice's brew mentioned earlier, that heals you 25 HP and can only be found inside of the gambling room, the flash beacon, which heals you to full HP when you flash infestation, the regular drink, which can only be found inside of the graveyard and heals you 25 HP, and the notebook, which always heals you 25 HP. Question 27. How many different starting docks are there that you can spawn in? For example, this is the normal starting dock. So how many different kinds of these docks are there in the game? There are 9 total different Door 101s that you can spawn in. I'm not going to try and explain them all to you, but I can show you some snippets of each of them. Also, if you said 8 instead of 9 here, I will still give you the point, because the 9th one is the Endless submarine room that you can spawn in, but Endless is a totally different section of the black site. Question 28. We're getting down to the nitty-gritty here. How many different room types are in the black site if you exclude the ridge? Currently in the game, there are 16 different room types. Let's go over them together again. First, we have the normal room type. Then we have the black site administration room type, the flooded rooms, heavy containment, maintenance tunnels, mantle extraction or lava labs, oxygen gardens, river rooms, server farms, the dredge, the outskirts, trench tunnels, hotel, neat rooms, and the rooms. In addition to these 16 room types, there are 3 that have been removed from the game, those being sewers, the back area, and winter gardens. If you said peace, for some reason, you can get a bonus point because I'm feeling generous. Question 29. What is the maximum amount of items you can buy in the submarine before you begin playing? The maximum amount of items you can buy in the sub is 13. You could buy 5 sprints, 3 code breachers, 2 medkits, and 3 batteries. I know that's going to make some people angry. Question number 30, the final question. If anybody gets this right, I will give you a round of applause. But I want you to name 10 different entities that have the color green on them. And you cannot name zombies. Zombies are gone from this question. Pretend they don't exist. Just for reference, there are actually 12 entities with the green on them. If you get 12 somehow, you could just win the quiz. But if you get 10, then you can have some points. Alright, to end off the quiz, let's again name them together. We have Chainsmoker, we have a Green Void Mass Locker, we have Infestation, we have Abomination, we have the Divine, we have Abstract Art, we have Bottom Feeder, Mr. Lopi, the Bastion, we have Z563, Deep Sea Bunny, and Baldy, which I know is not in the game anymore, but I figured I'd include it because it was an entity. And that's the end of the quiz. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. If you liked it at all, leave a comment, tell me how you feel about it, because I worked very hard on this video, and any feedback would be much appreciated. Also, leave how many points you got below in the comments. If you got above like 20 points, that's pretty good. Hopefully I'm going to start uploading every Saturday, but every time I say that, then I don't. So, you never know what's going to happen. But thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye!